Greetings, fellow citizens. I am the Senadude, and welcome back to Starfield. When we last left off, we, kind of did a little criminal underworld type shit. Got found out by a criminal boss, and then we came here to the Parima system, to Paradiso, to, a big ship that's apparently a generation ship. And I know I said I was going to make a decision this episode, and the decision is this. We're going to give them a grav drive, because that's the best one. I wish I could have them...
Just doing my part to make sure Paradiso remains a paradise.
Alright.
We'll make some time for you, but keep it quick, yeah?
So let's talk to this fuck, and, so about that colony ship.
And you've made your decision? We can help them resettle here and work off their debt, or we can outfit their ship with a grav drive at your own personal expense.
Alright. I'll buy the grav... Alright. What if after all this they continue to insist their claim to this planet predates yours?
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
This guy really... I really want to shoot this motherfucker. But I'll give him the drive.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck!
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates. That is the right thing to do.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso group, we appreciate your help.
I better get a good reward from them. If I'm not, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna shoot
Have a great day.
Ah, got sand in my shoes again. Oh, I mean...
Hi. No major incidents in a while.
Alright, now... we need to go to Hope Tech. And that is all the way at Narion. Or Vald, whatever the fuck that place is called. Let's see, Hope Town.
Smugglers always like to use Hope Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Fuck off. Alright, where's Benu St. James?
You walk the factory floor?
What up?
Oh, that wouldn't work. The O2 needs enough capacity for the whole ship. Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to.
What's it like being an engineer here?
Oh, it's marvelous. Generally, they only care about efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and reliability. Oh, sure, there are the odd complaints about comfort and lack of decent airflow, but they almost always side with the numbers.
Alright, what ships have you worked on?
Well, all of them. I've been with Mr. Hope since near the beginning. I think he appreciates my attention to detail and my focus on the fundamentals. Although he has been hinting that the R&D budget may dry up if I don't produce results.
I hear you're an expert with grav drives and other ship parts. I need to ask for a favor.
Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time.
Alright. Oliver Campbell sent me. I'm here about a grav drive for an old colony ship.
Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours.
40,000. Let's try persuade him.
It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are.
All right. Surely the profit you'd make doesn't compare to the freedom you'd be giving to these people.
As much as I'd love to.
All right. Try again. There we go.
That's something I hadn't considered. I could be famous, and with that comes more lucrative contracts. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
Deal.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
All right. Thank you.
Hello.
Keep an eye on your valuables. Yep.
All right. Let's go back to Prima. Motherfucker. Hold on. Hold on, gotta... There we go. Ah, fuck me. Fucking Todd. Alright. Sorry, Todd. Love you, man.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
Alright, let's get back into orbit.
Engines prime stimulus.
Recalculating. And orbit stabilizing. Perfect.
Yeah, it's still got that whining and distorted buzzing noise.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Alright, board it.
Just stay out of trouble.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work.
Huh. Let's explore. Wow!
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
I wonder what else is out there.
There is so much more to learn about us.
Such a long time to survive on only the foods that can be grown here. I suppose being
Hi.
a picky eater was not an option.
You're new? Weird. Okay, wasn't expecting this. I guess I should introduce myself? I'm Janet. What's up? You?
Alright. I'm Roy Jensen. Just wanted to introduce myself to everyone.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, I guess. I could take a break to chat if you want.
What do you do here?
Certainly not what I want to do.
What do you mean by that? You may need to elaborate.
I mean, I hate this job, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm the cultivation manager. Fancy words for farmer and fertilizer collector. I didn't have a choice. Most people don't. You get a job, and that's it. Like, I'm great at what I do, but I would enjoy doing literally anything else. Meanwhile, my sister Julia, she gets to hang out with kids all day and watch movies. The kids I couldn't care less about, but she doesn't even care about Earth culture. Ugh!
Alright. What's it like living on a colony ship?
Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know how my parents did it, knowing they would never, ever get to leave until they died. Every day, you see exactly the same things. The same people do the same job. It's all the same. All the time. Seriously, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that we were the generation who knew we'd finally get the hell out of here. Although now that we're here, nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes I wonder if my sister was the lucky one.
Your sister? You mean Julia?
Ah, so you've met her. No, not Julia. Julia and I were actually triplets with our sister Jen, but the ship ran out of one of her medications and she didn't make it. Sucks, but it is what it is. We only have so many supplies. We couldn't exactly get anything new along the way. Anyway, it happened a long time ago. I don't really feel that she's lucky. I'm just frustrated.
Okay.
See you, I guess.
See ya.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Shit for me to take in there.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
Hey!
Hi.
Perhaps I can soon retire. That's something people used to do, I hear. Wait, how is it I don't know you? I know everyone on this ship.
I'm a visitor from outside the ship.
Oh my. Yes, of course. Sorry, I was with a difficult patient when the announcement came through. But now I remember. They sent my husband, Mabuti, to greet you. It's quite fortunate that you arrived when you did, for Mabuti's sake. Hopefully you can help resolve our current predicament.
From Mabuti's sake? It didn't seem like anything was wrong with him.
There isn't. At least not in the medical sense. Since he was one of the eldest on board, he was ready to volunteer for termination. Thankfully, since you've arrived, that no longer seems necessary.
Termination? You mean...
It means that he was going to volunteer his own life for the sake of the others on this ship, due to limited spaces and supplies. Like the others, his life would then be honored with special distinction and recorded for history. Rarely we had to make difficult choices when no one would volunteer. But Mabuti, he's too generous to let that happen.
That's terrible, but I understand it's necessary for the greater good.
I know you think it's not quite right, but thank you for understanding. With luck, it won't come to it, I hope.
I understand that some kinds of sacrifices must be made for the sake of society, but perhaps not in quite so literal a sense. Very good.
Where does she go? Alright, what's wrong with Mabuti?
Nothing. No. As one of the
Termination.
It means, like the others, rarely we have...
Sorry, I had to...
I know you think...
I understand that. We will speak again.
Well, that's bugged.
Sometimes, difficult choices must be made. We did what we believed we needed to do to keep humanity alive on this ship.
What happens if the population grows too much?
We try our best to avoid that through careful family planning. Rarely we run into situations where things do not go according to plan. And then we must adjust and make difficult decisions concerning our community and resources. We never do anything without careful consideration. But at the end of the day, we need to do what is best for the ship, so as not to put everyone in jeopardy.
Okay. Can I assume you're the chief medical officer?
Indeed. There aren't many doctors on board. In addition to regular checkups, I perform surgeries, obstetrics, and other medical procedures. I also help train the next generation of doctors. After all, someone must. It's demanding work.
Okay. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Medical pods.
Finders, keepers, I believe Cora would say.
Ah.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant.
Mausoleum Records? This is a mausoleum? Wow. What the hell? Look at how many people there are. Oh, these poor people.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
What did you pick? Take that. Alright.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside.
Elevator. Where we go? Oh, there's an elevator here. Command level, residential level. Let's go to residential level. Hi.
Just stay out of trouble.
Living quarters 2.
Wow. I've heard about you, but
I do not envy the lives that have been led in these confined quarters.
Oh, hello.
Perhaps there will be opportunities for me to see what wonders the universe holds before I am too old. As I always tell my patients, worry not, for tomorrow may bring happy surprises.
What do you do here?
I'm a doctor and a counselor. I assist my wife Lorelei in performing minor medical duties, but I also practice psychology and help maintain our crew's mental health.
Okay. Why were you one of the ones to come greet me when I first arrived?
I know it must seem strange to you. I am not a captain, nor am I a security guard. But I was brought along for a very specific reason. The captain trusts me to de-escalate situations. Pardon me saying, but we did not know who you were or what your intents were. So, Captain Breckenridge wanted me to come along as a friendly face and keep the conversation amicable. I am glad that you were peaceful, and my role was as limited as it was. Thank you.
Alright. What was life like on a colony ship all these years?
Life on a colony ship has its ups and downs, as you can probably imagine. I tend to look on the bright side of things, however. To the best of our knowledge, we were on a critical mission, saving the human race from extinction. That notion was always with us, and it instilled a sense of pride and duty. Sure, the living quarters could be considered cramped, and we could go nowhere else. But we also had near endless time with friends and loved ones. I suppose as I get on in years, I have learned to appreciate that more than anything.
Alright. Your wife was saying you were volunteering for termination. Why?
Yes, our daughter is now pregnant with our second child, and the constant is at capacity. It is the duty of the old to make way for the young. It is how we have survived. There is a small chance that if we cannot resolve this issue with the settlement below in time, I may need to follow through and do what is right for all of us. I doubt it will come to that, because you have brought us hope. But nothing is guaranteed. I am at peace with that, as my parents were before me. Lorelei is, of course, not pleased. She can be a little stubborn. But, as she is also the one to carry out the procedure, it is understandable.
You seem very kind and generous. I'm glad your sacrifice is no longer necessary.
Thank you. It's the way I was raised to be. I make sacrifices so that others may live on. For example, there was an elderly couple on board. They had no children, and their family name was to die with them. I convinced Lorelei that we should take it on. My brother will continue our family legacy, but I will carry on the DeCostas.
Man, he is so nice.
It was good talking with you.
Good talking with you too. I like that guy. I'm really glad that he isn't gonna die.
I wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little...
These are public restrooms, it looks like. There's showers, there's a sink. Oh shit, there's a crow outside my window.
So much more to learn about now.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of...
Yang, it's Yang.
I do not envy the lives that have been led in these confined quarters.
Hey, Abe Levitz, how...
Hello?
Hello? Let me talk to you, man.
Oh, hi! Hello! You're the alien, the person that came from out there, in space, that we weren't expecting at all. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Can we start this over?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I will be. It's just my nerves acting up. This has just gotten everyone so stressed, and since I'm here to help people deal with problems like that, well, it piles on me. Abe, I'm scared. Abe, what if we can't get down to the surface? Abe, what are we gonna do? And so on and so forth. I've never had to deal with so much anxiety before, and I'm a pretty anxious guy to begin with. Just ask my husband.
Oh, you're gay. Okay. That's not bad. It's okay. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Calming down. Here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm Abe Levitz. Abe Levitz. I'm the cabin manager here, so if there's anything you need during your stay, I'm happy to accommodate.
Alright. Thanks, I'll keep you in mind.
Please do, even if you just want to schmooze.
Alright. Did people really think I was some sort of alien?
People didn't know what to think. Here we are, minding our own business out in deep space, all alone. Then we hear some sort of garbled transmissions on the radio, real screechy, real inhuman sounding stuff. Then you show up? People had all sorts of fakakta theories. Aliens, time travelers, you name it. We watch a lot of old movies, so... Anyway, it spooked the bejesus out of us, because we were expecting to find nobody.
Alright.
this relationship.
What do you do as a cabin manager?
I know you feel obligated to volunteer.
Ah, glad you asked! I coordinate cabin maintenance, plan activities, even help settle domestic disputes. It's a demanding job, but in short, I'm here to keep people happy. I try to keep both the kids and adults entertained. Scavenger hunts, sing-alongs, fun little art projects, you name it. We also have regular media nights where a historian, Julia Yang, screens old movies, plays music, and exposes us to other Earth media.
Alright, can you tell me more about yourself?
Me? Hey, well, there's not much to say. I take care of people here. I live with my husband, Daisuke, no kids. We passed on having a surrogate so others could have larger families. Instead, I get to spend time with everyone in their families here. They call me their bubby because I'm like the grandmother they never had. I may have had something to do with that nickname.
Alright, I don't recognize some of the words you're using. Can you help me out?
Oh? Oh, you must mean the Yiddish. It's an old family tradition. The Levitts have been trying to keep it alive for hundreds of years now. See, we didn't think the language would survive if we didn't, so we charged ourselves with preserving it. It's a point of pride for our family, and something I'd like to pass on to others so they don't forget. Like my great-great-great-great-grandmother's latke recipe.
Alright, well, thank you, sir.
Till next time, I guess.
I guess. Hi, who are you? You're nobody, okay.
Yeah. Wait.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Alright, I just want to explore the ship.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Oh, mess hall?
Hey there.
Hey, you're Daisuke Levitts.
Hi there. Oh,
Hi, I'm Roy Jensen. I'm probably the first person from the outside you've met.
nice to meet you. And that's true. As you can imagine, everyone kind of just knows each other around here. Meeting new people isn't really a thing for us.
Alright, I mean, it's perfectly understandable.
Right? We've been cooped up together in this ship all our lives. So outside of births, there's literally no way for new people to arrive, you know? Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk.
Alright. So, is this some sort of shop?
Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies, or, where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out.
Alright. Where do you get the supplies if you've never had contact with anyone?
We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled. Even the food. In a roundabout way. If you know what I mean. It works out for the most part. Because it has to. You'll sense a running theme with that around here.
Alright.
See you around.
Huh. And to think, all this time we thought we were alone.
Spaghetti
Sure
carbonara.
is nice to know there are other people out there.
There was a classroom I saw earlier. Hold on, let's find what's there.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Oh. Hi!
My
I'm your
mom and dad
alien.
were scared when you came on board, but I don't know why. You seem okay.
So many people out there. I thought we were alone.
Everyone thought that.
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, You must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about. I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion.
Alright, what can you tell me about the Constant?
As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Alright. Who were the original crew of the Constant?
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appeared to be wrong.
Alright, how long have you been traveling?
Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So, about 190 years now. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers.
Alright. Why is this ship called the ECS Constant?
ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure, so ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land, and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Alright. I think that's enough for now.
You know where to find me.
Alright. I heard all you do is hang out with kids and watch movies. Is that so?
You must have been speaking with my sister. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of chief historian. Generations ago, it used to be lawkeeper of humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty. While I don't think my job is as important as captain, engineering officer, or cultivation manager, it's still vital to our mission.
Alright. You were assigned? Or what? Can you tell me more about the duties of the chief historian?
I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children and any adults who are looking to learn about Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive, so that we never forget where we came from.
Alright, you were assigned?
Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical. Someone has to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job, or exceptionally good at another, in order to be moved. But that rarely happens.
Do you enjoy what you do?
I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own.
Sorry if this is too personal, but why can't you have children?
It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it.
Alright, sounds like important work.
Thanks for saying so.
Alright, thank you.
Another time, then?
Yes. You're great!
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright. But I think the costume is pretty bright too, so I don't really know what she's doing.
Alright, let's go talk with the captain.
What about the new planet? Will there be animals there?
Maybe. We don't know.
Hello there!
I can't tell you how many times I've had to make do with inelegant solutions to complex technical problems. I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster-than-light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
We have gravity drive technology. I could talk in depth about the physics of it all.
Oh, I've heard of this technology, but always believed it was theoretical in nature. Maybe we can talk about it in more detail later. I'm sure you have more pressing matters to handle. I've waited this long. What's a little longer, eh? Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
I'm Roy Jensen. There's something I need to talk with you about, Amin.
Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend.
Alright. Before we do, let's ask him some questions. You said you had more questions for me?
Yes! So many! Does everyone have their own spaceships like you? Do people only live on naturally habitable planets, or did they learn to terraform? Are we in contact with alien species? I have so many more, but I don't want to take up all your time.
Alright, well, let me answer his questions. Well, not everyone has ships, but many people do.
Haha! I knew it! Incredible! Amazing! Simply amazing! In our ancestors' time, only the very wealthy could afford to build ships. Even this ship was only possible by our families pulling together nearly all of their financial resources.
Alright, there's no terraforming, but there are colonies on inhospitable planets which just use HAB units and suits.
I'm not surprised. The amount of energy it would take to terraform an entire planet seems improbable. I can assume these types of colonies are strictly for mining and gathering rare resources, since there are nearly limitless habitable planets to choose from out there.
Alright, well, and there's no sentient life as far as we can tell, but plenty of diverse living creatures.
Disappointing, but not unexpected. When you showed up, I tried to tell the others about the Fermi Paradox. I suggested that the most likely explanation for you was that humanity had developed faster, more advanced technology and had leapfrogged us. Seems I was right.
Alright. Well, that's all the question and answer time I have for now.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I can have a bit of a big personality, I'm told. So let me know if I ever get on your nerves.
This guy's been walking behind this guy for a long-ass time. With a ship this old, do you have any good heroic engineering stories?
Many years ago, when I was a junior engineer, the reactor's computer burned out. The computer that controls the reactor's various regulators. I'll spare you the details, but when that happens, the ship and everyone on it is in danger of turning into a mess of hot slag. I had to jury-rig parts from old media devices to prevent a meltdown. And that's how I became the boss around here.
Alright, what do you do as chief engineer?
Some may say I'm a master of keeping things together with nothing but duct tape and bubble gum. Well, if we had any gum left. Pretty sure that ran out 100 years ago. When I'm not dealing with catastrophic engine failures, I manage the other engineers. We maintain all the machinery, computers, you name it. We keep the life support on, and the ship flying.
Alright. If your predecessors knew about grav drives, why didn't they wait for it instead of setting out?
Great question. I do not know for sure, but I can venture a guess. All of the reading I've done on the matter suggests that at the time, there was uncertainty that the technology would ever work, or if it did, that it would work at the scale we needed. So, I trust they made the decision to strike out when they did, fully believing it was the only way.
Alright, I'm supposed to help you prep the ship for the grav drive.
What grav drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work?
Alright, you need my help? Sorry, did you say something about explosions?
Oh, don't worry about that. Just a little engineering humor. We've kept this ship going with minimal incidents this long. I'm not about to let anything happen to it now. But, to be clear, what we're doing is very dangerous, and we should be prepared for anything.
You need my help?
Yes, of course I need your help. My team needs to stay on top of their daily maintenance, and I need to make my own preparations for this gravity drive you brought us. Your help is going to be vital to this procedure. And have no worries, it'll be easy. I'll guide you through the process.
Alright, ready as can be, let's do it.
Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
Alright, let's do it.
I've lived my entire life in the constant.
Engineering Control Computer Alpha. Fuck, I need to remember. Alright, hold on. Alright, it says... Alright, auxiliary cryogenic port turbo pump. Alright, we got it. Port turbo pump. To the... Is it the primary con? I think he said auxiliary. Alright. Was I right? Let me see. Was I right? Alright, let's see. Alright. Auxiliary cryogenic radiator or turbo pump. Alright, the plasma runoff inhibitor to 5%. So get the fuck off. Alright, engineering control gamma. Fuck, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Alright, let's see. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary modules. Let's see. Alright, let's just get the other one. Because I don't remember. Alright, beta. Plasma runoff inhibitor. We're supposed to set it to 5%.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Fuck, I keep hitting the wrong button. Alright, plasma runoff inhibitor. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures. So magnetic flange pipe enclosures are supposed to be decoupled. And they're supposed to be decoupled from... Fuck. Alright, decouple from the auxiliary module assembly. Okay. Alright, let's see. Auxiliary module assembly. There we go. I think I did this right.
Looks like everything is good to go on both your end and mine. Can you go inform the captain while they're finishing the installation? Thanks.
Alright, I hope I did it
So
right.
long.
I think I did it right.
Wow. Hi.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
Oh, there's a
Now
rig.
that we know what's out there, it's gonna be more interesting.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Huh.
Just stay out of trouble.
Oh, there's armory here. Alright, they got a weapon workbench. Wow, they got a lot of shit in there. But I'm not gonna steal it because that guy's right there. Okay. Oh, we need to go up the elevator, hold on. Alright, I think we're already at the maintenance level, so let's go to command level. Command bay. Engineering.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting.
Cargo bay, medical bay is down there. Over here. That's where we go.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Here we are, command bay. Yep.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
Hey,
Then again,
Diana, wake up.
any ships before you arrived.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
Alright, hold on.
Safe travel. Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life.
Alright. The grab drive is installed. You should be all set now.
Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done.
You're welcome. Where will you go now?
We don't yet know, but we did receive a star map from the Paradiso engineers. I suppose we'll just chart a course for other suitable habitable worlds until we find one that matches the quality of Paradiso. Purima 2 here.
Alright. No problem. Glad it all worked out.
Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
Alright, I got antique earth baseballs. An antique piggy bank. Antique earth soccer balls. Antique earth basketball. Did I get the antique earth hockey stick? Yep, I do. I got 3 of them.
We got
Okay.
strict rules around here.
Yeah, I can put that in my house to decorate them. Alright, now we need to get out of here. Well, let's go.
Hey,
Alright, in the cockpit. Alright, undocking. Hey, let's see if we can see them take off.
Ship's clear. It's just us among the stars again, Captain.
Oh, hey! Seems like your communication systems are working now.
That they are. And I'm still learning this new comm system, but it's telling me you're the one who helped us out with it. At least scans say that's your ship ID. Cool. Can I help you out with anything?
Sounds like everything's good to go. You should... Where are you gonna go?
Not quite sure yet. We've got a few possibilities for habitable planets to check out. We've just gotta pick one and go.
Okay. The ship upgrades seem to be working out so far.
Oh, yeah, they're great. Thanks again for securing them for us. I've been playing around with the new communication systems ever since we got them. And while I've been itching to kick off that grav drive, I've been told it's probably not a great idea until we figured out where we're going.
Okay. Are you worried you won't find a new home?
Between you and me, a little. Captain's been a little indecisive. Nothing seems like it's gonna be good enough for her. But I'm remaining fairly optimistic. We'll find something sooner or later. Just hoping it's more on the sooner side.
Alright. Here, hold on. Quick save. Can you not quick save? There you are.
This is the Earth colony.
Alright. This is Roy Jensen here checking with you.
Yeah, I heard about you. You're the one who made this possible. Everything's good so far.
Sounds like everything's good to go. You should leave before the Paradiso group gets upset.
Oh, guess that's our cue to get ourselves together in Vamoose. I guess we'll see you if we see you out there. Bye.
So are they gonna go, or...?
This is the Earth
Guess not.
Oh, yeah, I heard of everything's good so
I don't need anything, so I guess I'll catch you around, maybe.
That'd be great. Hopefully you can find us out there exploring, or if we finally settle. Take care.
Okay, well, I guess that's it. What to do now? Why can't they just go on Parima 3? Ain't this a good place? Red Mile? What's that place? Well, let's, a ship. There's a ship there. Alright, let's see. Let's just head back to Paradiso. I think, no. No. Let me see here. Let's see. Well, bare metal. Huh. Let's do reliable care. Now that we're done here. Where are we going first, though? Oh, Alpha Centauri. Alright. Okay, seriously? Come on. Come on. Fucking shit, dude. Alright. Alright, let's see. Speak to Nurse O'Shea at the medbay.
If it were not for the lodge, I think I would avoid this city.
What?
It is all just too much.
Location of ECS constant. Fuck it, I'm curious. Where are they? Still says they're at Parima, so... Hold on, let's just check. Oh, there they are.
By stars and the vastness of space.
This is the Earth
Ah. Well, it says it's right there. Why is it marked? Oh, well. Still at Parima. Alright, we'll cut that out. Let's head back to... Let's first get back to the log. There we go. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see, where are we going? Space... Okay, spaceport. Not sure why I was saying go to residential district, but hey.
Just one quiet day.
Hi!
I've got
Medbay!
limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do.
You run this place all by yourself, Doc?
Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and while I've got a few volunteers from the community, I can only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry.
Strange place for a medical clinic, isn't it?
Funny story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up. And after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things still down here. The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical.
Alright. Alright, I'd like to help you out with the sick children in your clinic.
Oh, you remembered. I'm touched, dear, really. Yes, there's absolutely something you can do to help. All the children seem to have the same stomach bug, but I'm having trouble diagnosing it. Pediatrics isn't my specialty. But one of my colleagues, Dr. Lebedev, is an expert. If I had his research notes, I'm sure I could diagnose the disease and find a treatment.
Alright. Do you know where Dr. Lebedev might be?
He works topside at Reliant Medical. It's easy to find. It's right between Mast and Orion Tower. Dr. Lebedev is always there.
Alright. Can you tell me more about the situation?
I've seen an uptick in cases of sick children in the medbay recently. They all seem to be presenting the same symptoms, but I can't identify the cause. It isn't serious enough to kill them, but I haven't found an effective treatment yet. That has me worried.
Alright, I can get the notes for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'd go myself, but I can't leave the medbay unattended.
Alright, thank you. Let's roll. Visit Dr. Lebedev at Reliant Medical. Ah, fuck me. Reliant Medical isn't on the map. I can't fast travel to it because I haven't discovered it yet. There we are, Reliant Medical. Alright, open. Hello, sir. Hi, how are
Should
you?
you find yourself in need, medical supplies are available for purchase at, if I may say, very competitive prices.
Alright.
Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you.
Okay. You must see a lot of patients.
Well, of course. New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help.
Alright, tell me more about Reliant Medical.
Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here.
Alright. Nurse O'Shea sent me to ask for your help with a medical issue.
A medical problem Talia can't solve. I never thought I'd see the day. How can I help?
Some children in the well have caught a stomach bug, and Nurse O'Shea needs help diagnosing it. Or do you know her very well?
We've been professional acquaintances for a long time. She's an excellent nurse. If the well didn't need her so badly, I'd have offered her a job here ages ago.
Some children in the well have caught a... Yeah, I've already read it.
Sick children? Well, we can't have that. I'd be happy to help. Let's see. A stomach bug. I've treated plenty of those. I keep extensive notes. I'm sure I have something that can help. Ah, yes, here we go. This should do the trick. I've uploaded some of my notes on common stomach issues in pediatric patients to this slate. Please, pass it on to Talia. She can keep it. And give her my best, will you? I hope everything works out for those kids.
This guy is a cool-ass doctor. I like him. Like, he just gives that up without any money. He doesn't even ask for payment. That is what a good doctor is. I got a good doctor, too. Of course, I have insurance. Alright, we gotta go back to the well now. There we go.
The Settled Systems News Network. News you can trust.
Alright, let's head back to med bay. Alright.
3 good. If you need patching up, we'll see what we can do.
Alright, I have the research notes you needed from Dr. Lebedev.
Really? Let's see. Ah, this is perfect. I knew Dr. Lebedev would have what I needed. I'll have this solved in no time with these notes for reference. Thank you so much, dear. Really. I couldn't have done this without you.
Hey! Reliable care? Alright, thank you, Doctor. You take care. Alright, well, there's that Ve Victus thing we put here. Well, here's what we're gonna do next, in the next episode. We'll do the Divided Loyalties quest. But first, where do we need to go? We need to go to Aquila, that's where we need to go. We'll go there really quick, and then we'll end the episode right when we get there. Alright. Alright. We'll talk to Andrea and Aggies in the next episode. Alright, everyone. Well, thank you all for watching this episode. It was good. And we will come back with the next episode. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I will now yield the floor. Bye!